Hey, it is day 8 of $0 to $10,000 on YouTube. And I started this experiment a week ago. So last Monday I woke up and I decided, right, today's the day that I'm finally going to get my arse in gear and take YouTube seriously. And I started a channel many years ago. I've housed many videos on there. Most of them are unlisted. And although I've done video, it's not something that's ever come completely naturally to me, including these talking head videos. And I'll let you into a secret. This one is probably my 30th take, and it's going to be my last one because I can't be asked to sit here and do any more of them. But it's because I'm starting to trip myself up by getting caught in my own head, not wanting to look stupid, wanting to look like I know my shit, and all of this, and putting immense amounts of pressure on myself to be able to get a video out. But this is the whole point of this, of me diarising and documenting the journey along the way, because I know that whatever I'm experiencing right now is probably how many other people feel about putting themselves out there online and growing their business too. And I felt this way 7 years ago, and this is why I've always done written content, and that's always been really my main way of marketing myself is through written form. I have put videos out there and what have you, but most of them have been through clips of my coaching sessions with clients and stuff like that. So this is a new world to me, building my business in this way. But it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've decided to bite the bullet. And for me to document this as well, it keeps me accountable. So I'm going to be recording these videos Monday to Friday each week for the first month at least, so that you can see exactly what happens behind the scenes and see how this all pans out. I've got no expectations over this. For me, this is about having a bit of fun, using my creativity in a different way, sharing my voice in a different way. I want to ensure that my brand and who I am fully backs itself with regards to being authentic and building a business that's truly aligned with you. Now, when I started my business 7 years ago, it was called Truly You for a reason. I'd come out of 20 odd years in corporate and I co-owned a design agency before this. And I found myself at a point where I burnt out. I was in a situation where I was in a business that I wasn't loving. It wasn't really capitalizing on my strengths. I felt like I had to compromise myself and my values to suit my business partner. I was working crazy hours and I burnt out and decided the best thing for me to do was to leave. But I knew that my next stage of my journey in my career, and I didn't want to go back and work for another person again. I didn't want to go back to corporate. I wanted to continue to own a business, but I was going to build one around me and on my terms and what I wanted, to ensure that I was doing the work that I genuinely loved and working with great people. And I wanted to do it as an online business. I didn't really want to be relying on referrals and networking and word of mouth anymore. Despite that, the first couple of years in my business on my own, I was still relying on referrals, networking, and word of mouth. And it wasn't until COVID and I took everything online. And from that day, I was like, no, I'm just doing everything online, because it started to become the business that I truly wanted to create. And I fell in love with coaching many years ago, and that became a core piece of what I do. So coaching founders, and it's now evolved into coaching founders in their 40s, 50s who want to build a business like mine, essentially want to live life on their terms with a business they love and doing great work with fun people. That for me is what it's all about. I want to say that it's been, easy and this and that, but it never is. Growing a business never is. And the more that I'm in this game and the more I'm surrounded by, some big hitters in the industry, you realize that everyone's always evolving all the time. There's always this next step and this next chapter that you want to move to. And that can look very different for, different people. There's no clear way of doing this. There's only your way of doing this. And recently I'd gone through a big reset myself, and this YouTube journey is kind of part of that. So I'm not saying you have to go and set up a YouTube channel. I'm not saying you have to do anything. The only thing that you have to do is to get really in tune with who you are and to ensure that everything is just built around your genius and you. If you can do that, then you're going to really set yourself on the path for a business and a life that you really, really love. And that for me is what it's about, just having some fun. So many people have businesses that just aren't fun. And YouTube is definitely bringing a different element of fun for me, even if today's video has taken a long time to do. It's part of it. It's part of it. So as I said, there's no expectations, but what I'm going to do today is show you some of the numbers so far. Until I'm a few weeks, months, years, hopefully it's not years and years and years and years, into this, I won't know whether the numbers today are good or bad or what have you. It's going to take a while until I've got something that I can reference them against at a later date. But I'm going to show you what's been happening so far. So I have got, just to speak about this very quickly again, I've got my main kind of working channel. That's where my main videos are housed and where I am measuring activity. I am not measuring activity on my other channel, which is my diary channel. And you'll be watching this video either from LinkedIn, Instagram, or email, and it would have gone through to my diary channel. This video here isn't. This is from my working channel, and I'm only interested in the stats on this one. So if we go into here, so this is the first video. This was really just my declaration of what I was doing. You'll see there's two calls to action on here. The first one is if people are interested in my business model, they can click through this link and they can go watch a short video of that. And then if it resonates with them and they want to build a business in a similar way to what I have, then there's an opportunity for them to be able to go and book in a call. We'll develop a plan of what that looks like. And then if you like the plan, then we can work together. But all of this is a very simple, let's have a call, build out a plan, and then if it's right, we can look about how we can do that together. Then the second call to action is actually a brand buddy, which is essentially the first module that I take any client through. And this is about really setting the foundations of your brand to enable you to grow and to move forward. There's a description about the video, and that's it essentially. So let's go and look at some of the stats in here. So in the last week, since published, so that's just now since we actually published it, it's been 41 views and people have watched it for 0.9, I'm not quite sure, 0.9 hours. Average view duration 1.15. So I'm assuming that's I think that might be 90 seconds then, and then that's would that be right? I don't know. Anyway, 1.15 minutes. And I've had 5 new subscribers. So you can see, even though I'd had the channel for years, I only had, I don't even know how many subscribers I've got in full. Let me just, where do I find that? If I go back to my main channel, will I see? yeah, so I've got 32 subscribers to 5. So I started off with 27 subscribers last week, and I've had 5 more. So that's, let's go back into the video, go into the analytics. Reach, 198 impressions, 31 unique views. Most come from external sources. They're coming from LinkedIn. This doesn't surprise me because LinkedIn is my primary platform, and I've got nearly 13,000 followers on there, and I've spoken about the video and I direct people to the video in my featured section. So no, I haven't directed them in the featured section. That would have just been through posts that they would have come through on there. Content suggesting this video. So that's interesting. Manifesting with Joe Dispenza meditation. So presumably it's coming up in people's feeds from there. There we go. That's not telling us anything that we don't know already. Audience returning viewers 4, unique viewers 35, new subscribers 5. And that's it. Quarter of the people come from Australia. So as I say, it's a bit, yeah, because I don't know at the moment. I haven't got anything to go by really, but they're the stats so far. And I will share more with you next Monday. This week I'm going to be recording the video. I'm not doing it today because it's still school holidays. So I'm going to do it when the kids are back at school and the house is quiet and I'm not going to get disrupted for a taxi service somewhere. And I'll record the video and that will go into that main channel that you've just seen. As I say, you see these videos in the diary channel and they're not linked. So I didn't want anything to disrupt the numbers. So yeah, you will see this either on my socials or it will get directed. You'll get directed to the video that's in the diary. God, see? This is why it's taken me so many takes today to do this video. That's it from me. I'm going out now. I'm going to go down the beach and take the dog for a walk with the girls. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Adios.